So that's finished, but I can see a few issues here. These labels overlapping the buttons, but before I fix them, you can just go back and have a look and see what it's done. As you can see, it's done an awful lot. It's added iPhone-specific CSS optimizations, touch-friendly styles, updated meta tags, updated the home page, updated the main layout, fixed a syntax error. So lots and lots of things it's done. But let's see if we can fix the buttons. So the category button layout is incorrect. The labels are overlapping the buttons. So I'll just send that off to the agent and see how it fixes that. Okay, well, it thinks it's fixed it, but it obviously hasn't. And that's made worse if I go to an iPhone layout. So I can use the just screen size here to change it. But yeah, I think the issue is that it's in a single row. So what I've said down here to the agent is the labels are still overlapping the buttons. In fact, let me just edit that spelling mistake. Perhaps don't have the buttons in a single row. And we'll see what it thinks about that. Well, that seems to have fixed it. So we've got all the categories now nicely placed here. But to be honest, it's not really making best use of our iPhone screen real estate. So I'm going to make one more change and then we'll test the swipe functionality. So the change I would say would be to find a better way to organize and access the categories as the buttons are taking up too much screen space on the home screen. So again, we'll hit return and let the agent do its magic and we'll come back and see what it comes up with. And lo and behold, it's created a drop down for the categories to filter by. So currently have no tasks. Let's go ahead and add a task in. Groom the dog. Let's make that, we'll make that personal, which is fine. Hit the plus button. And then we'll add one more task. Watch the dishes. We'll make that home. Hit the plus. Okay, so there's our two tasks. Our categories are working. Our filters, I can see the numbers of tasks in each category. That's fine. Now, I could probably go on tweaking this design from this point on. Like, for instance, I might want to change these touch points here. These are the checkboxes that you touch. They're a little bit big. I'd probably want to make them smaller. But the thing is with this sort of application is that you can carry on customizing it to your heart's content purely by just giving commands to the agent. But let's leave it as it is and let's move on to some of the testing features. We did include some swiping functionality in the app, and I need to test that. Now, I have asked the agent already how to test swipe gestures in preview. So this is the preview mode. It looks as though it's only in Chrome or Firefox. We can do that on the Mac, but I can do it on a mobile device. So probably a good time to show you the iOS app, and we'll demonstrate the swipe functionality, and we'll test the swipe functionality using the iPhone. So I'm using my trusty old iPhone 8 as a demo machine here. I've been to the App Store, downloaded the REPLIT app, and I've logged in using the same credentials that I have on my Mac. So if I go across and go to REPLIT, so you can see here, there's just a single app, which is the Simple To Do tracker. Now, I can use all the functionality of REPLIT from within the iPhone, which includes creating new apps and updating the apps and accessing the agent, etc. But I'll probably just restrict this now just to demonstrating some of the swipe gestures. So there is my app. If I open that up, okay, this is taking me to the agent. You can see by these icons down the bottom, that's the agent. So I could actually type something in to ask the agent to do something. But here, if I go to preview, right, this is the preview. And I will just swipe up on the screen and groom the dog if I swipe across from the left to the right. Now, there wasn't any particular feedback there, but you can see that it has checked that one off. Let me uncheck it. Let's see if I can show you with the mouse cursor. So if I swipe across. Okay, so that's done. If I swipe to the right, you'll see we have two buttons here. Well, if I let go, it's checked it off. Let's uncheck that. If I swipe across to the right, go right across, I can actually hit the delete button here, and the task has been removed successfully. So yeah, swiping seems to work fine. Now, what I'd like to do is to refine the app, but I'm not going to go through and keep you here looking at all the different refinements. I'm going to spend a little bit of time refining the app. Again, just using the agent and using prompts to the agent. I am also going to upgrade to the next level because I do want to show you the deployment as well, and I can't do that without upgrading. So we'll see over here. If I just go to the database, so this is the database that we've currently got. I can upgrade here, which I will do. There's also deployments yeah, I'll need to upgrade my plan to deploy. So I'm going to upgrade my plan. I'm going to refine the app, and then I'm going to show you how the deployment works. So I'll come back when I've done a little bit more work on the app, and we'll have a look at the deployments.